scrappy people, it's Traci Reed here today, coming at you with a brand new year's worth of scrapbooking videos. Today I am creating my intro page to my 2021 album, and I'm using a life crafted album this year rather than traveler's notebooks. They're basically, or the life crafted album is basically a traveler's notebook on rings. So it's basically the same format, but I get to use pockets. So I have some vellum that I am cutting down to 2x2 squares to fit into the 2x2 squares in the pocket protector. And I picked out colors from my stash that matched the Cocoa Daisy new chapter collection. And I am trying to go for the look that is on that resolutions insert from the collection. So I don't do New Year's resolutions, but I really loved the look of that. So I decided it would be fun to emulate in a pocket protector, a 2x2 page protector. So that is basically what I'm doing. And also I am working on the first challenge of my very own, very first scrapbook challenge that I have on Instagram. It is called the 2021 Scrap Harder Challenge. You can find information in the link on in the description box below. I put it on my website. There is a downloadable printable PDF file that you can use as well. It is 24 challenges to a month to get you thinking a little bit more about your scrapbooking in 2021 and maybe get you out of your box a little bit. So the prompt that I'm doing is the scrapbook without a photo prompt. So I'm doing just the intro page, and I thought about adding photos to the back of this page. So like I like to add in photos of what we look like at the beginning of the year sometimes, but I decided to go photoless instead because what my albums have ended up being lately is pretty much me and my story. My kids are older. There's not a lot to scrapbook about them anymore. Plus, with lockdown and the pandemic, we weren't really doing much. So my albums are really about me, so I didn't want to put a bunch of photos of everyone in this album specifically if it ends up just being about me. I am going to take the photos because maybe, who knows, maybe I'll have more to document this year and I can later incorporate those photos into an album. But right now I'm going to go photoless, and that works perfect for the prompt. So I have these letters from the collection, and it says new 365, and I actually tore the 5. So I ended up having to make my own 5, and all I did was use my silhouette and type up a 5 in the same font. I'm pretty sure that font that they use is Babus New. So I used the same font, made my own little 5, and I'll add that in at the end, but the letters actually have New Year 365, but I only had so many pockets, so I decided to go with New 365 because I liked that shortening better than New Year. Plus, it was a little bit more aesthetic with having 3 letters vertically in both columns. So what I'm doing, and actually this took me quite a while considering how simple you would think it is. What I'm doing is embellishing each of these squares with chipboard and stickers from the collection. And I had a vision for this page, but I didn't know how I was going to do the details of the page, right? So I had the overall vision, but now when it came to embellishing, it wasn't making a lot of sense to me. And I really loved that white polka dot chipboard that I put on that E, but it was just way too big. So eventually I am going to take it off. I found these little dots on the sticker sheet that I'm going to start incorporating. Then they kind of sort of look like confetti, but I'm going to move them a couple of times until I'm happy with where they end up. And it'll start coming together all at once. Like it's a big struggle until all of a sudden it's starting to come together, right? I put chipboard on the outside of the page protector as well for 2 reasons. One of my goals this year with my scrapbooking is to be a little bit more adventurous and creative instead of just trying to get pages done for the sake of getting pages done. And that means doing a lot of December daily style stuff in my regular scrapbooking. Why do I save all of my fun tricks for December daily? I have no idea, but I'm not going to do that this year. And so part of that is scrapbooking outside the page protector as well. And so I'm putting some embellishments on the outside of the page protector, and it gives it some fun texture, which I really like. So you can see I'm so on the struggle bus here, and I'm using these stickers, or whatever stickers I end up putting on the letters, to hold them down to the vellum, because if you put adhesive on vellum, it shows through, and I'm going to at some point invest in or at least find vellum adhesive that doesn't do that. But liquid adhesive makes vellum crinkle, and so I'm using the stickers to hold down the vellum so that it's not as ugly, if like you can't see the adhesive, which I find ugly, and also more security. So I think that was a good little hack to make that work. Of course, I had to learn the hard way and tried to use my roller adhesive to hold down the 5, and that's why it ripped, because I learn everything the hard way every time I scrapbook, it seems. So now I'm starting to find peace with this page, and I'm starting to go, okay, I know what direction I'm going now, and I'm feeling better about this. And so I think it was taking off that white polka dot thing really helped, and also using those sort of asterisk stars to have like a counterpoint to the circles really helped as well. I added the little scallop to that page because, or to that letter, because I thought it was cute. Now it looks like a little dinosaur with like spikes on its back. That's what I keep thinking every time I look at it, at least. Okay, there we go. So now I'm starting to get the confetti down, which makes me happy. I wished I had a few more dots, but there were only so many on the sticker sheets, so I had to work with what I had. So I need to find some more things to embellish, because it's still looking a little bit plain. So I wanted another circle to be a counterpoint to that camera circle, so I put this good stuff on here. Now I need some shapes besides circles, I think. So I'm going to add in some other shapes, mostly stars, I believe. I had some word strips pulled to the side and didn't end up actually using any of them, which was a bummer, but they just didn't really fit with the vibe very well. Plus I had the word strips in the top and the bottom squares, and I thought that that was enough horizontalness for the page. So I'm going to add in a few more of these stars, making sure that the colors are nice and separated. So I took the pink one off and put the black one on there instead, because I was going to put this pink one up here, and I didn't want black next to black. That would have been too heavy up there at the top, especially since that royal blue is so dark compared to the other colors that I'm using. It just felt really heavy up there having all that black. So now I've got my 5 cut out from my silhouette on vellum, and so I'm trying to finish up this pocket, but really I'm not going to do much to it, and I'm going to call it good. So yeah, I think it needs a star for sure, but that is the intro to my 2020 album, or 2021. I don't know how long it's going to take me, you guys, to say 2021 instead of 2020, but I'm already typing 2020 all over the place. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you. If you don't already, you can follow me over on Instagram. I'm at Traci M. Reed. I would love to see you over there as well. We're having a ton of fun. I just hit 10,000 subscribers over there, so yay! All right, I will see you next time. Thank you.